Ooh, good evening, my friends. It's me, KP. I'm here in my studio, The Moon and the Maker, home of Art Foamies, and I'm here for ArtFoamies Fun Friday because it's Friday and it's May 24th. If you can believe that, I can't believe we're already almost through May. I say it every time, but and it is Memorial Day weekend, so we are having a sale. So that's something fun. I want to say hi to all my friends first before we get started because you know that's what I do. Janice is here. Happy Friday. Heather Bailey, Christina, Pam Shales, Shar is here. Ellen, Estrella, Sharon Eberlin is here. Lydia, Roberta, Krabby Abby, Linda Finney, Ginger Sparks, Deborah Bergstrom is here. Zandra, nice to see you. Stephanie Martin and Cecilia. That's all I see so far. So and Diana. Yes, thank you so much. Anyway, yeah, I hope you had a great week. We are still going strong with the Mooney pop-up. I do want to let you know that we are having a horrible storm. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is storming like crazy. So hopefully we'll be okay with the live stream. I know last week we had issues, and which I felt terrible about. I could never get back on. It kept kicking me off, and so I finally gave up. But I am going to turn the camera around. We will play the numbers game and have a little giveaway. I have some stuff to share and show all of you. And of course, if you have any thoughts or questions, I'm here for you. I'm going to turn this camera around and show you the stuff. All right. So last week, if my memory doesn't fail me, it's been failing me lately. I won't lie to you. My memory is just not been good. I think I need a break. Which Mr. Moon and I are taking a short vacation next week. Starting after next Friday. So I'm super excited about that. But I will be here next week for Art Foamy Fun. And then as soon as we're done with Art Foamy Fun, we are going to take off and go on a little mini vacation. So first time pretty much ever. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, this is what we created last week using Char Duroon's Art Foamy from her Art Foamy pop-up, or from our Art Foamy pop-up. And this girl is called She's Got Your Number. And then we used also one of the new florals from Suzanne Randers from the Fodder School collaboration, and then just a little KP flock. Those are some. I think that was a freebie from a while ago. Oops, and I'm so sorry. I need to fix the autofocus. Just give me a second, and I'm going to fix up our camera. Catherine, I understand. Yes. Amy, hello. Welcome. Let me fix this anti-flicker. I don't want widescreen. Oh, well. There we go. That should be a little bit better. And not make your eyes go buggy, okay? So, let's see. Terry Moore, nice to see you. Catherine is here. Oh, I hope, maybe I already said hi to Catherine. I can't remember. Huh. Anyway, all right. So, yes, was our finished piece. We ended up finishing it in the after party. Which there is no after party tonight, just to let you know, because tomorrow we're having tomorrow I have a live at 2 p.m. So I thought I would take the rest of the evening off. Anyway, all right. So let's see. Yeah, that's better, right? Not so focusy. Yeah, I'm going to go through and I want to show you the Dexies. I have been trying to create Rolodexes for everybody's pop-up images. So I'll show you those again real quickly. This is Karen Jensen. We have some from Estrella, Bianchi. I hope that you have all been enjoying the Mooney pop-up stamps. This is Linda Finney, Mary Lynn Kelly. Oh my gosh, so many good ones. Jim Smith, Birds on a Wire. These are actually all from Jim Smith. That is so gorgeous. We have Bernadette Concilio. We have Jenny Maroney. Bev Gwyn Jones. Maxie Moon is here. We have Patty Hodder. We have Heather Bailey and more Heather Bailey. A couple of these are not all the way finished. I'm still working my way through them. But we still have at least, what, another week. Remember, another week of Mooney images. We have Catherine M., Lisa Aguilera, Patty Campbell, Jan Bryant. Oh my gosh, I love each and every one. We have Puffer. Makes me laugh every time. It's so sweet. So I love stamps with that sense of humor. You all know that. Cindy Sharp. And I wanted to pull this one out because we are going to be working a little bit with Edie's stamps tonight. A couple of you asked me how I created this background. So we're going to do one of those. This is Edie Evans Bisbee. And this is both of her images from the Art Foamy pop-up. So I'm going to set that aside. This is Tam B, and she this is just one of the birds from her collection. However, if you look at the birds, they have very long legs. I did this one to show you how you could shorten the legs, or you could even leave them off if you want to. It's really makes for a fun versatile image doing it that way. And I also love those long legs because you can use them for other things, which is funny and fun. We have Ginger Sparks, Wendy Aspinall, Patty McFarlane, and more Patty McFarlane. These are her two pollinator fairies mixed with Janice Sigmund's. Okay, so I am, wherever I can, I've been trying to do a couple, you know, like mix them up, right? Because they're great together, showing you again how you can mix and match. And it's one of the things I love, I won't lie to you, about, you know, getting to be the creative director around here is that I get to play with everybody's stamps and images. And it is such a, you know, not only an honor, but a pleasure to be able to find ways to, you know, to make them work together. It's yeah, just one of the beauties of working with Art Foamies. Here is Anita Atour's butterfly. And I just love it because it has those open wings. It does not have any of the detail. It's just open. So you can make this however you want. You can even definitely cut it in half or fold it in half, right? To make it look like it's a side view. Great job. I love it. This is Amy Geralot mixed again with Jack and Dana Fulton. This one is Christina Fidanza, again with Patty Hodder. And this one is Janice Sigmund with Heather Bailey. And again, we have Shar Daroon. You can see, I love doing them differently so that you can kind of see just by changing colors. You know, also, I have not shown this, but maybe I'll do this for you real quick right now. If you want her to be having a different gaze, okay, this is something that's really great. You can just take and you can white out her eyes. You can take a little gesso. You can take, this is just a little white paint pen. Okay, and I probably, that white paint pen is not quite opaque enough. So I am going to use just a drop or so, a little teeny bit right on my brush of white gesso. Okay, so just blot out the you know, the way she's gazing. And I know that looks really weird right now. I'm going to go ahead and blow dry for a quick sec. And then of course, you know, take whatever I get, a paint pen would be great, or just, I'm just going to actually use my little micron or whatever here. But you can easily change. No, that's not going to work too well. Let me use something a little stronger. Just use my Sharpie for now. But you can change it up considerably just by, you know, and that way if you want her looking the opposite way for some reason, It's just such an easy fix, okay? So, I mean, that probably goes without saying, but sometimes visual is a little bit helpful. Okay, so now you have her, you know, you could stamp her twice and have her looking at each other, right? And you, of course, change the hairdo, right? Change the flowers. You have your complete, you know, this different image. So, super great. And last but not least is Sherry W. And that's her cat lady stamp, which of course you know I love, because I am a self-proclaimed cat lady. Anyway, so there's my Dexies, and I'm kind of tickled with also the way that I have staggered them. You know, it's just, and it wasn't really purposeful. It just ended up like that due to whatever image, you know, that I was using. And so it makes for a really nice little collection. And I always joke around on my Patreon page and say it's my Dexy Colexy. I don't know. Anyway, it's a stretch, but what can I say? Probably alone in the studio a little too often. Anyway, all right. So let's get these all back in here and have a little fun. You know, we'll do some more. Let me just shove these in here. I want to show you now, because I think if you follow me and hear me chatter, I've been trying to go through and not only spotlight each person, but, you know, work with their image. And I had shared this a couple times, and a couple people asked me, hey, how did you do that background? Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to do a couple, well, we're going to do this. We're going to do a very similar thing using 80s stamps, okay? So let me grab, and actually, no, I think I'm going to also, well, I'd really love to use Lisa Aguilera's images also, because I think not only do they kind of go nicely together, but it'll be a great way to incorporate. So I think I'm going to take, this is Lisa's little set, and of course I don't remember what it's called right now. You know what, let me go on artfoamies.com. Also, I do want to remind everybody, while I'm thinking about it, that we are offering a Memorial Day special for the weekend that is 20% off when you use the code Memorial 24. Okay, I think did Maxie Moon put it in there? Can't, nope, not yet. Did I? No. Anyway, so Memorial 24. Wendy, hello. Odette Peters is in the house. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Let me pull up Art Foamies now. Gosh, I don't know if you can all hear the rain, but it is crazy. Where is Lisa? Lisa Aguilera. Why can't I find hers? Let's see. Pop-up shop. Of course I can't find it right now. Why can't I? Is it going to be on the last page? Oh no, here it is. It's called Patterned Pods, and it is a set of 2, okay? And I think it does really go nicely with both of Edie's, actually. So we'll pull those out, and I'll show you the actual, these are Edie's images, and let's see if I can find hers, because of course I always get the names wrong. One I think is Ohm, and one is Lotus, or something like that. But there they are. I don't know. I'm not going to take time to scroll around trying to find it again. All right, let me get a piece of watercolor paper, since I did not pull any out like a bad demonstrator. Actually, you know what? I do have something kind. Carissa, nice to see you, my friend. It's been a while. Welcome to ArtFoamies Fun Friday. Oh, Linda says, what other stamp did you use with the woodcut heart? Linda, I used actually a rubber moon stamp called Dot Maker. It's this one. I know it's really messy, and I'm sorry about that, but it's this, the rubber moon stamp, and it's great. It goes really, really nicely with that. So again, rubber moon from the Stampstract 1 collection. All right. So I do have yes, Ellen. No, I am not in St. Louis area. I'm north about an hour and a half, but it is poor. Like right now, I think it's starting to kind of subside, but it is literally just pouring down. So I want to tell you, I did just recently get this little pad of paper. It is a Winsor & Newton professional watercolor pad. It is really nice watercolor paper, and I like the size a lot, okay, but it's pretty pricey. However, since we're going to be doing sort of a watercolor technique, I think this will be a great a great size. I had it handy, and we're going to go with it. All right, so what I did, I have here, I just want to show you this. I do have a foamy friend. Okay, so like this, a foamy friend is just solid foam. Okay, I'm gonna put some Moonlight Duo ink on here, or it doesn't have to be Moonlight Duo ink. It could be my extra bright Moon Glow re-inkers, whatever you got. I'm gonna use a little bit of magenta. So here I'm going to put out a little bit of magenta ink. Okay, I'm going to now, I guess, do a little bit of blue. I'm honestly not sure. I'm going to use this ink. This is just another little blue dye ink that I have. A nice bright blue. Okay. And I think I'm just going to leave it at that for now. I'm going to take one of my daubers, and I'm just going to smush that ink into my foamy friend. I do want to let you know this is something that I've been doing quite a bit lately, and I really do love inking stuff up this way, because doing the foam to foam really keeps it on the surface. And surprisingly, I will tell you that this ink will last me such a long time. If I want to, and I'm going to go ahead and ink it up on here and show it to you. Okay, you can see how beautiful. You can get some really nice gradients. You can basically make yourself almost like a rainbow pad. Well, not almost, you can. You can make a rainbow pad. But what I'm sorry, I got distracted by the comments. But when this gets a little bit dry, just take a little rubbing alcohol, okay? And you just spritz it, and that will reactivate that ink, okay? And get it kind of wet enough again to do a decent amount of stamping, okay? Now that's actually even a little bit darker than what I would like, so I'm going to spread this out a little bit more. And, obviously I do try my hardest to use colors that are going to, kind of blend nicely together and mix nicely and make, beautiful gradients, not mud. Okay. Oh, wait. What Heather, I was trying to, Odette, what ArtFoamies did you order that are on the way? We need, inquiring minds want to know. All right, I did add a little bit of my extra bright pink up there at the top. So hopefully I can get a little more brightness to it. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of that to the bottom as well. Okay, so I can get even more of that bright pink. All right, so just again, I'll pull that down. All right, so, and I made a mess like I usually do. Anyway, all right, so let me wipe this off just a little bit. All right, so what I'm going to do is first, I'm going to take my watercolors now. And, oh, this gives me a great reason to share with you my new pea pod palette and brush rest. So for those of you who follow Danita Art, I hope you do. Danita, you know, she's an ArtFoamy designer, but she also is, oh my gosh, so that's such an amazing artist. Her art, I just absolutely love her painting and her ceramics, and she recently did this beautiful sort of honeycomb palette with a bumblebee brush rest. And I asked her, I said, oh, do you think you could make one that's a pea for, you know, KP with a pea pod brush rest? So she did, and I just love it. Look how cute. Anyway, so I already have some colors out here, so I'm going to go ahead and use those. Although I do want a couple others that are a little bit, that maybe aren't on my palette here. So we'll go ahead and pull out my other watercolors. All right, I know you can't really see those up there, but there they are. And I want to start, I'm going to start by just putting a little water on my paper first. And we'll get like a nice, oh, maybe a phthalo blue or something. Yeah, something, a nice phthalo, something deep and kind of bright. And then I'll go here, a little bit of my opera. Anyway, again, just to get some beautiful gradients. And honestly, I might use a little bit bigger of a brush. This might be, I mean, it's okay, but I might like something a little bit bigger, but we'll go with it. So that's phthalo blue mixed there, going down with a little opera rose. Okay, I'm going to go into some magenta, some quinacridone magenta. And then we'll go back maybe to some, oh gosh, Inthrandone blue. Or maybe even a little bit of Pyrrhizole violet. Okay, something kind of dark. Now, you know, when I'm using this much water, it is going to make my paper buckle. If you don't like that, or for some reason, if that is, you know, bothersome to you, you can tape your paper down to, you know, a surface, but we're just going to go with it. And I'm going to put that back across, and I'm just going to keep finessing it until, you know, I have it the way I like it. I do want to keep my paper wet. And I'm feeling a little green. I want to put a little green gold right there. All right, so, and I like that. I like the color combination that I'm achieving. All right, maybe a little more darkness up here. Going back to my indent throne. All right, so now I'm going to take my stamp. I want to load it up with whatever, you know, ink. I want to make sure it has colors that I like. And so now I can just start stamping this into the wet. If I want to tell you, if I have a dry, clean stamp, I can actually pull color from that. Okay, so if I have a clean, dry stamp, which I don't think I have one around here. You know, I can pull color from it and make it more like a ghost image, but with a little bit of color on there, it will sort of push away. Does that make sense? That ink that's on there sort of pushes out the paint a little bit. So I like to try to wait until it's just a little bit glazed. You don't want to do it when it's super, super wet. Hey, you're so fun. Shar. Yes, just contact. I'm sure that Danita will make you one too. Anyway, I just want to make sure I don't want loads of ink on there, right? But I want enough to where it's going to transfer. And I also, you might want to experiment with this because there is sort of a sweet spot of when to stamp, okay? And you'll get it, but you just have to practice around and play with, you know, with the wet and dryness of your paper. Now, some of this seems a little bit too wet still, okay? So you want it to where it's just a little bit of glaze on there. And I have really plenty of ink on, you know, I mean, unless I want to switch colors, which I do a little bit. So it's just going to almost give you sort of this batik-y sort of resist look. And I do have to admit, I love the way that looks. And I could have actually also used the other part to her set if I wanted a more, you know, filled in background, but I really didn't. So this is great. And ta-da, so there you have a really nice background, even just as is. But of course, you know, I like to still keep going because, you know, that's part of the fun. Why stop now? And I'm actually thinking, so here I have the same colors, right? Which might be kind of fun. I might just, no, that doesn't have anything on it. You can see it sort of pushed it away. You know what I could do for this one is put a little, I'm going to try this. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to clean this off. All right. Clean this one off. This is Edie Evans Bisbee. This is her, and I can never remember the names of these. I'm so sorry, but it's there. Look up Edie Evans Bisbee. She only has two. She has the Lotus, and I think the other one's called Ohm, even though I don't think that was the right name. But excuse me, sorry. Anyway, I'm going to use a little rubbing alcohol on there. I just put a little alcohol, and I'm blotting that off so I can get off the rest of the color, and I'm going to do it again. Now, I hope you can see that. It did leave a little color, but also left a little shadow print. You see, that's what the alcohol does on the watercolor. It sort of pushes it away and gives you this sort of, again, I don't really know how else to describe it other than sort of a batik-y pattern. Now, it won't stay super crisp. You're just going to get sort of that little resist looking, and I don't know, maybe it's getting a little too busy, but that's okay. Because it doesn't matter that much, because I am going to also now stamp her other image just in black. And again, one of the things I do have, I have another foamy friend over here to the side. It has black on there. Again, that black is kind of dry, but I spritz it with a little alcohol and it's going to pop it right back out, okay? Or make it reactivate it. Or at least it should. I say it, but let's just put a drop or two of black ink just in case. Lotus and Lotus Ornamental. Okay, thank you, Maxie. I did not know, and I could never remember. So that'll actually be a little easier for me. So, so nice. Oh my gosh. Actually, this is so funny, but I can really just go ahead and use my blotter paper. Okay, we're gonna put this down. Just gonna use that paper because it's watercolor paper. And why not? Why waste? I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry it just really quickly. For some reason, that ink was just a little smudgy right there. Or I'm going to cut it out. And of course, I'm not going to fussy cut right to the edge just because of the way that it's designed. It's not really going to allow me to do that. So I'm just going to leave just a little free edge on it. I will say, for those of you who do love watercolor and who, enjoy experimenting and working with different types of paper, the new Winsor & Newton professional watercolor paper is really super nice. And there's not a lot of, I will tell you this, there's not a lot of super nice, high quality watercolor papers that come in little tablets like this. So if it's something that interests you, it's really nice. It's really workable. I am going to say too that since I did kind of stamp some of these when this was a little bit too wet, I actually would not mind going back in once it's a little bit drier. I'm going to blow dry it just for a couple seconds here. Okay, and then I think going back over and kind of just giving these a little more definition will be nice. And again, the beauty of over stamping Oops. What am I doing here? Not over stamping super well. That's okay though. But I think that it just gave it a little bit better definition. Ugh, why can't I talk tonight? A little bit better definition, and I kind of like that. So, and now I'm going to take this guy, and I will tell you a couple areas got a little bit darker, so I'm going to just take, again, my Sharpie marker. And normally I would not use a Sharpie marker, but this, it's nice and dark and obviously waterproof. So I am going to go over these lines, again, just to bring them up to the same level of boldness because it's a little uneven. All right, so just, play around with it. And then I did just watercolored in with colors that were corresponding. I don't like saying matching, but so let's go ahead and do that. We'll just smush a little color on there. Of course, I have to have my quinacridone gold. Oh my goodness. It sounds like it's hailing outside. It is really, really, really coming down. I am shocked that we are not having any issues with our live. I really am. Anyway, hopefully we can get through it. So maybe we should go ahead and do the numbers game. I'm going to do that. I'm going to, honestly, let's see. I got to think for a minute because I had a giveaway last week and we never got to do it. Oh, yes, I was going to give away just a gift certificate, a $25 gift certificate so that you can use whatever, or, you know, use it for whatever art foamies in the pop-up that you would like. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly. It is 4:36, so I'm going to write a number down here from 1 to 100, okay? You're going to guess the closest person to the number without going over will win a $25 gift certificate for artfoamies.com. And if we can have 2 winners, okay? If there's more than 2, we'll have to replay. I will give you until 4:40 to guess, okay? Go. For whoever's here. A little green gold, because you know we have to have some green gold. All right. Shar 14. Kathy Bernard says 56. Lydia 45. Heather Bailey 36. Terry Moore 76. Christina 22. Catherine Guerrero 89. Lisa 13. Susan Handsome 7. Dare B 5. Cindy Sharp 77. Jamie 42. Mystic 73. Ginger 5, Janice 26, Krabby Abby 13, Cecilia 86, Ellen Bush 25, Shiny Things 11, Acme Post 24, Deborah Rojas 22, Nancy Gray 32, Stephanie 37, Sharon 18, and Estrella 52. Cynthia says 76. And I do call out your number so that you know that I saw it. If you did not hear your name and number called out, please write it again, but you only can pick one number. No changing numbers. You have 2 more minutes, so I'll keep painting and watching, and I'll let you know. Diana says 58. Linda Finney 19. Carissa 53. Where are all the thumbs up? What does that mean? Yeah, give us some thumbs up. For sure. So I just want to mention that I am using a little color to sort of go around. Remember I said I couldn't really fussy cut because of the way the image is. So I do want to just take a little color and outline it, and sort of that gives it, I don't know, it just helps it to blend in to, you know, if I'm going to mount it on top, it helps it to blend in a little bit better. Mystic Images says 73. Oh yeah, give it some more thumbs up. Oh, there are 47 watchers and only 8 thumbs up. Well, I'd stop and give it some myself if I could. And one thing, I did not do it on this one, but I will tell you one thing that I do love to do, you know, besides just painting in, right, is to go in after the fact. Let's just squish it all together now and sort of smudge it, you know. But I do like to let this dry and then go in afterwards with a little colored pencil or even a little, you know, paint marker, and really do it up right. Okay, so let's dry it for a second. Then I'm going to go back and tell you who the winner is. Okay, numbers game is over. And we do have somebody right on the nose, and that is Ellen Bush. Ellen Bush is a winner, winner, chicken dinner. At number 25. Can you see that here? I did write 25 on here. 25. So Ellen Bush wins a $25 gift certificate for ArtFoamies to use in the Mooney pop-up. So Ellen Bush, congratulations, and thank you all so much for playing. I will message you or message me later on, Ellen, and then I'll make sure how you can get your gift card, okay? Yay! Oh, sorry. Everybody else, I think we're already done. Yay. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to call it a makey. I'm going to mount it to the background. I'm going to stop for a second. Again, I'm going to go over. I want to trim this up. Okay, I'm going to trim this down just a bit. I got to go to my paper cutter. Okay. And of course, you know, if I want to round my corners, if I am going to make this into a Rolodex, I don't think I'm going to make this one into a Rolodexy though. I think I'm going to mount this to the front of a card, but I do want to finish drying it just again for a quick second or two. Julie, Shiny Things Studio, you're so funny. She goes, woohoo, craft gold. Well, that's a compliment. I do like to let you know that generally, as a rule of thumb, I actually do not like to blow dry my watercolors. It does wash them out a bit, but obviously for demonstrations, I do, you know, do that. All right, so I am going to take a Posca marker. All right, Posca, I'm going to use my white, and I want to go in and just give it some more detail. You can, you know, do little outlines, which is fun. Okay, and just kind of follow the pattern. And you can give other little polka dots. Or other little lines. It gives it, again, you know, I say this all the time, you can't fake the layers. So just go in and you're making more layers and kicking it up a notch, you know. And if anybody remembers Emeril Lagasse, we're going to take his words. And my mom used to watch Emeril all the time. And we were always kicking it up a notch. Anyway, you can do different stuff, you know. And again, with colored pencils is kind of nice too, because then you can give other little gradients. Okay, so for example, and you know, you could use watercolor crayons, or watercolor pencils, or even just regular. Find some colors that will show up a little bit. Well, shoot. All right, I'll just use this one. You'll get the idea. You know, and if you wanted to use watercolor pencils, it's nice because then you could even go back in and smush them around again. But it does just gives a little extra, extra value. And you can go in again and give other little details this way, which is fun. And that's what I like. It's half of it is just enjoying the time that I'm spending, with myself making this kind of stuff. So I just love doing this. So take a little white, just pump that up a little bit again, because one of the things that we talk about is the lights and darks and the values in your work is what really makes it stand out. All right, so look how nice that looks on there. And then you can see that I did take one of the I actually don't even remember, but oh yeah, it was the love letter set, and just write whatever word that you want, or you could use one of your Art Foamy poetry set words, or of course whatever. Megan Quinlan has so many words on her stencils, that would be great. So I love these stamps. I love the way they look together, and now it just gave me another reason to use Lisa's and Edie's together, and to show you the technique that I used to create the first Rolodex. And actually, I'm kind of sorry that I didn't get this, but it's the same technique. I just didn't get the same color combination. Anyway, and then last but not least, I do want to share with you really, really quickly a little show and tell. In my Patreon, we did a sticker swap. And I know I've been sharing with you a couple different times. I showed you the back of my sticker book with all of the Art Foamy artists on there, all of their stickers, and all the Art Foamy stickers. This is a sticker book I made using one of the large correspondence imprint pad and just a bunch of Art Foamies. And then inside are all the stickers from our swap. Oh my gosh, I had such fun putting this together. So many of them. I'm not going to go through each one, but a lot of them, okay, are made with Art Foamies. And our sticker swap was really open. It could be anything. You did not have to use Art Foamies or stamps. They didn't even have to be handmade. It was just a swap to share stickers, but so many great ones using Art Foamies. This is an Art Foamy here. This is an Art Foamy. I know you can't see this underneath, but she used some Art Foamies on this piece here. This is Jenny Maroney. This is her Art Foamy for the pop-up. This is an Art Foamy. Oh my gosh, so many. This is an Art Foamy. Rubber Moon stamps, Art Foamies. I am just in love with the sticker book because there's one with Art Foamies. It just reminds me of all my friends. And for those of you who do know me, I love stickers. Okay, more Art Foamies. I've had a thing for stickers. I had a sticker book when I was growing up. Here's mine and Megan's stickers. That's one of the things that kind of got me started on the sticker kick again. So super, super fun. And I just had to share it with you again because so many, a lot of times I think people don't think small little things can be made with Art Foamies, little teeny things, but they can. Anyway, so that's it, my friends. I'm so happy that you came and spent time with me again on a Friday evening. It means the world to me, and I appreciate you every single week. I hope that you have time to get makey this weekend, and that you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, or rest of your evening. And don't forget, we're having a sale for Memorial Day. It's Memorial 24 to get 20% off at artfoamies.com. And I think that's all I've got tonight. So unless you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know. You know where to find me. Anyway, I'm going to turn this camera around so I can say goodbye to everybody. And thank you so much. Mwah. You know the deal. Stay safe, stay sane, and stay manky. And I'll see you next week. Bye.